well, talk about that when I talk about the Patty.
Well, actually, I saw like clips of videos. I didn't watch
you seen the memes? Oh, yeah. There's a difference from the memes and the actual footage. Well, no, I actually watched both of them like all the way out, and like I'm quickly the Brandy and Monica. First of all, they finally got back together because they've been having beef over the years, and you know, for the culture, we've been waiting for Brandy and Monica, and it was just so amazing to see both of them. And like, you know, I feel like it was a little shady. You know what I'm saying? Brandy had on Monica shoes. I don't care what none of y'all say. Wow. She had on them shoes, honey. It was so man. And you know, Monica, and like, you know, I personally feel that Monica brought the hits. Monica brought the hits. So Monica had music, you know what I'm saying? And Brandy has a good catalog too, but Brandy is more, she has more sultry, and you know, she's more neo soul, and she's more into the vocals, and you know, Brandy has some good hits too. But I feel like Brandy may be a little bit better of a vocalist actually, because I feel that Brandy is actually a brand.
But they had the two that, I think those two that they paired together were perfect though.
They played that at the end.
No, I'm saying that, I'm saying that the two, Brandy and Monica, I thought that was a perfect like combination to put together.
Yes, because it's like, who do you see the verses with Brandy? Who you see the verses with Monica? Everybody, like their whole career, they always pit them against each other. So I'm trying to figure out, like, tell me what's going on with this. I watched the Erykah Badu and Jill Scott one. That was the first one that I
missed that one too.
I enjoyed that because I love both of them.
Yes.
Did you hear about the Trina versus Eve?
Was that real?
I think it's real.
Cause I'm like, they should have did Trina and higher. Like I feel like Trina and Eve, like Trina is gonna eat Eve up. Like Trina, like Eve did a lot of features on people's stuff. Like,
but Eve does have some songs.
Some songs.
I wouldn't have put them together.
Yeah, but Trina has a more extensive catalog than, you know what I'm saying? Like so the whole purpose of Verzuz is pretty much hit by hit. You know what I'm saying? And the stuff that you know produced and everything, but it's mostly the hits, not so much the singing, the vocals, not so much who's the better rapper. It's about who has the best songs. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't know, because sometimes they put out stuff that's not really real. They put people against each other, and it's not really. It's not like.
Oh, it don't be real.
Sometimes you got to go on the Verzuz page and see it.
Oh, so wait a minute. Tell us about the Verzuz page. Like,
so Verzuz is actually a thing. It's not like people randomly playing their music. It's an actual thing. So Verzuz TV is played on Apple Music, and it's played on, shout out to Apple. It's played on Apple Music, and it's played on Instagram Live. You know, so when I watched the Patty, I see Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like this is it. And me, my grandmother, we had a conversation, and we was talking about like the greatest of all times back in the day. And, you know, we talk about like Tina Turner, like, you know, and, you know, Patti LaBelle, Dion, and, you know, all of them. And it was just so amazing because those ladies are like up in their 70s, about to be 80.
Right.
Patti LaBelle, 76. Dion is 80, to be 80 in December, and Gladys Knight is 77, and they all look amazing. And when I sat down and watched that, I sat there and binge watched the whole thing, and I was just like so amazed. And Gladys Knight, her voice is still.
But I still want to know what the Verzuz is.
The Verzuz, basically, what the Verzuz is. People that don't know is that it's a platform where you have two artists to come and showcase their best moments in their whole career. So you have, most likely it's for us people, and we have the platform to showcase their music. So you have like artists like Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight, Brandy, Monica, Jill Scott,